Hey guys, I hope you're ready for some super relaxing nighttime cleaning motivation. We're going to slow things down and do some serious cleaning. Very satisfying. I'm going to be pulling out some fall decorations and just getting it done. I hope you're ready. Let's do this together. Welcome to Jamie's Journey. I hope you're ready for lots of satisfying cleaning motivation. I'm bringing you along as I did some nighttime deep cleaning. This was in the beginning. I was doing my cleaning warm-up, and I know I'm making my bed, even though it was late in the afternoon. It was actually right before dinner, but it's never too late to make your bed, and there's nothing better than just cleaning late at night and then walking into your room, peeling down the covers and climbing in. So I wanted it all ready, nice and cozy for when I was done cleaning. If this is your first time here, welcome to Jamie's Journey. I am truly so grateful to have you here with me today. I appreciate you. That's all I can say. I appreciate you. And we're going to be doing lots of cleaning today, some deep cleaning. I'm also going to share a high point to my week, a low point to my week, and some upcoming plans on areas in the house I want to tackle and decorate and all of that. So a lot we're going to be doing today. I hope you're excited. I hope I'm not the only one with a hallway or stairs looking like this, and these are messes that I don't know if I would normally show. I know you guys see a lot of messes, but just imagine, like, think of the messes that I show you. There's so many more messes, and sometimes you're just like, there's a lot. And anyways, these are just some real life messes that were going on, and it was, when I was filming this evening, it was one of those days. My kids had fun. We did lots of art projects. We were in the house. They had cleaned up multiple times throughout the day. I know it doesn't look like that. At least pick things up. They had made their bed. And this was one of those evenings that I told Mike, get the kids out of the house. I don't want help. I just want to be by myself and clean up this mess of a house. Like, I just want to be alone. I want to blare my music. I just don't want to be interrupted. I almost didn't want to, because it's obviously nice to have the help. And of course, you guys know I always have my kids help. They have daily chores that they do every single day. But sometimes I just want to be alone. I don't want to be directing people on what to clean. I just want to clean in silence. That was my mood. And so that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do this by myself. So Heath had them outside and I was getting everything cleaned up. So Mike had the girls outside. They were practicing softball and soccer. The twins start soccer here soon. And then when they came in, he was going to give them a bath, and I was going to go up, and the twins were going to pick up their room with me while Mike and Avery were doing some reading. And it's so cute. You guys have to see this. So I went in there, and they're just at such a fun age, like 4-year-olds. They want to help. They want to do stuff. So we went in there in their room, and you'll see this, and we set an alarm on they have like a kid's Alexa, which they pretty much just use to play music, and they also like setting an alarm. They don't need the alarm. But big sister Avery sets an alarm for 7:45 in the morning to get up. She doesn't get on the bus until about 8:35. So she sets an alarm for 7:45 and gets up by herself. And so they're just so used to her setting an alarm that they want to set an alarm as well. But they primarily use it for music. And it's a kid's Alexa, so it's like safe for kids. Like they're not going to play music with poor words or or cuss words or anything like that. But when we're in there cleaning, all I said was, I mean, they don't usually have an issue helping me clean, but I'm like, let's set a timer and see if we can beat it. They got so excited and they couldn't wait, and they were moving so quick, and I had to laugh because little Miss Emery, so we're cleaning, and then the timer started running down. We would have had enough time, but then she goes, Alexa, stop, start a new timer. She tried to start a new timer, and I was like, Emery, you're cheating. And we kind of laughed about it, but it's really cute when you see them running around, and they got so excited when we finished before the alarm went off. So if you have little kids, try a timer. I mean, it works for me. It works even more so for kids. Let's see how fast we can do it.
And let's decorate a bed. Let's see how fast we can decorate a bed. We can beat the timer, right?
You hurry.
Okay, we gotta hurry up. Here.
I told you they were so excited. They're so cute. They started school this past week, so they go to 4-year-old preschool. They were in preschool last year. I don't know if that's typical across the country. Here we do, I mean, in our area, I don't think every 3-year-old goes to preschool, but I would say it's more common than not to send your 3-year-old to some sort of preschool. They went 2 days a week for 2.5 hours last year, and then 4-year-old preschool is very common, and that our girls, they go to a Christian preschool. They go for 3 days a week for 2.5 hours, and then they will go off to kindergarten next year. So they actually started school this past week, and the cutest thing. So we took pictures on the first day, and I asked them what they wanted to be when they grew up. And, I'm going to clean my oven here later tonight. You're going to see me scrub it all out. But I was going to spray Easy Off. I use the fume-free kind. It is not a natural cleaner. It's hardcore. But let me tell you, it will clean your oven really, really good. The Easy Off fume-free, it's in a blue can. That stuff is okay for self-cleaning ovens. I do have a self-cleaning oven, but I have been told that it is not safe to use. And we did use it one time because we had a huge mishap and it didn't even work. So make sure you know if you have a self-cleaning oven, because there is a regular Easy Off that has fumes. So I don't use it because of the fumes, but I also have a self-cleaning oven. So I was going to spray on the Easy Off, the fume-free, and I was going to let my stove top grates soak in the sink with some hot water and a dishwashing tab. But I wanted to explain that because I knew you guys would ask me, but I'll explain something really cute about what the girls, Addison and Emery, said they wanted to be when they grew up. You guys are going to laugh. Okay, so we asked Addison and Emery, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because we, would write it on the little chalkboard when we take pictures on the first day of school. And we didn't want to prompt them because as 4-year-olds, if we say, do you want to be a teacher or a doctor? They're probably just going to say something I said, the last thing that I said, like a doctor. So we just kept asking them, and Emery was the first one, and she goes, I want to be a soccer player. And I was like, great, that's awesome. And I looked at Addison, and Addison kept thinking, and out of nowhere, she goes, I want to be an adult. And I go, why do you want to be an adult? And she goes, so I can make everyone follow the rules, including you. Mike and I looked at each other, and we were cracking up laughing. That is something that Addison would say. I think I've said in another video that she's either going to be like a police officer or a lawyer. She likes to keep everyone on task, likes to make sure everyone's following the rules. So we were cracking up that she said that. And then Emery followed up with, oh, I want to be a soccer player and I want to be a person who gets to eat all of the snacks. Then Mike and I looked at each other again and we started laughing again because that is hilarious, because Emery is our snack monster. That girl asks for snacks the minute she wakes up, and probably about 1,000,000 times throughout the day. And it was just so funny how they both said things that like really fit with their personalities. I had not planned on cleaning this, but when I pulled it out to clean the oven and then under the oven, I had noticed that when we had that big mishap in our oven, Mike had spilled some like little pork tenderloins covered in barbecue. It burnt inside of the oven. There must have been some that had dripped down in here, and there was some really like black stuff stuck on here, so I was using the Scrub Daddy Power Paste. I'll have this double-edged razor linked in the description, but you can see on one side it's an actual razor blade, and then on the other side it's a plastic razor blade. I don't use a real razor blade, but it is good to get like stickers or barcodes off of something. But I use a plastic scraper for all different surfaces, or a lot of different surfaces, but especially the oven right here, because you know how you get that, like, it's almost like a brown, it looks like drips, and it's really hard to get off. This will get it all off with a good cleaner. It's pretty great. So on night 2, you're gonna see me, well, I don't want to take the credit. You're gonna see Mike bring up the fall decorations, and my goal was to pull everything out and see what was going to work in our house. Our house, and I explain this later on, but our house, we moved into this house in December, and it's very, very different than our old house as far as like paint colors and style and all of that. So in the old house, I had a lot of decorations that balanced out the warmer colors throughout the house, and then we have a lot more cooler colors in this house. So I'm not sure what's going to work, so I was going to pull all that out, and you'll see me decorate a little bit, but I'm just trying to see what works this year. And then maybe, I think one of you guys gave me a really good idea, and you said what you should do is at the end of the fall season, go in and get a lot of fall decorations on clearance. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I might pop in and do a little bit, like if I find something I really like or have an area that I'm like, oh, I just need, you know, some fall florals in this space. So something like that. So I apologize if you look forward to like big fall decorating videos. I mean, I'm not like a huge decorating channel anyways, so I'm sure that's not why you're following me, but probably not going to do anything too crazy. It's just going to look like a little bit like fall this year, and then next year maybe we can do a little bit more. This sounds a little bit ridiculous, but I'll admit it's a little bit, makes me a little sad because, so I'm not big on decorating. I put up like my normal everyday decor in January. I leave it up until late August, early September, and then I do fall until about mid to late November, probably more late November. And I like decorating for fall because it's my favorite season, and you can leave it up for, you know, 3 or so months. Christmas, I mean, a lot of us love decorating for Christmas, right? But for me, it's like you do all this decorating for a month, and it's just, I don't know, I like my decorations to last a little bit longer than a month. I mean, I know I could decorate for Christmas earlier if I wanted to, but I try to get as much fall as I can. So fall is my favorite. And in our old house, when you would walk in, it felt like fall the minute you walked in because of the decorations and everything, and I loved it. It brought me so much joy. No other season does that for me. And so this year, like I'll admit, like I'm a tiny bit sad because it's not, you're not going to walk in our house and it's not going to feel like fall necessarily, but you know what, I'll make sure that it smells like fall. I love a good smelling fall candle, so I'll make sure it smells like fall, but it's not going to be screaming fall this year, but we'll get there. We have lots of years in this house. We'll get there. right, let's talk high point and low point to the week. So if you guys are new here, I like to share like a high point and low point to my week. I'll put a disclaimer. Sometimes it is something major, like a leak through your ceiling, like we had last week, and other times it's something so like a first world problem, no big deal, but just like to share a little bit that goes on in my life because we all have the ups and downs. So I normally like to start out with the bad week first because let's end on a positive. And I recently went to the doctor, just they're just rechecking with my PCOS. I get hormone testing just to make sure everything is good there. With my PCOS, I'm also usually pretty low in potassium and magnesium, and I take supplements for those, so they watch that. Anyways, not the point of the story. Got the blood work done, and I honestly held off on getting this blood work for a couple of weeks. And you want to know why? It's because I did not want to fast. I had to fast for 12 hours. And 12 hours isn't bad at all, especially if you do it in the morning, which I had to go at 8 a.m. So, I mean, super easy to fast for 12 hours. But, baby oil, if you rub that on your stainless steel appliances, if you have a stainless steel appliance that you have a hard time getting completely streak-free, try some baby oil. Anyways, it wasn't that I couldn't go 12 hours without eating. That's pretty easy when you're sleeping for a majority of those 12 hours. But I didn't want to give up my late night snack. I love a good late night snack, and I am so routine. This probably is not surprising to you guys at all, but I am so routine that like every single night before I go to bed, I have a snack, whether I want it or not. It can be sweet, it can be salty. Sometimes I'm too full, and I'll tell myself, Jamie, like, you don't even need a snack because like I don't even want it. I'm not craving salty, I'm not craving sweet, I'm not even hungry, but I still eat a snack because I'm so used to it and I love my late night snack. I didn't want to give up my late night snack. How crazy is that? I know that sounds so ridiculous, and I realize that, but you know, I did it. I got through it. I got through a full night of sleep without having a late night snack. So, had some blood work, got through the fasting. We're all good. So again, I said, last week we have water coming through our ceiling. This week, I'm mad that I can't have a late night snack. So that's about the range that you're going to see with a low point to the week. But we're all friends, so I can share the very low lows and the sort of lows, if that makes sense. Okay, let's get to the high point of the week. There's kind of two. The girls going to preschool and loving it. It's like what I said last week, Avery's loving third grade. And just as a parent, to see your kids go off to school and be happy and have fun, it's just, it's amazing knowing they're having fun. The other thing that I'm excited is, or it's been a good week, is I've had a lot of little things that have just come together. So for example, you know how like some weeks you have bigger projects, like every single week, I meal prep, meal plan, I try to film a YouTube video, I edit a video, just try to, and then, keep up with the house and kids and all of that. Like it's usually like one big thing at a time. This week, I ended up being so productive and got a bunch of little things that were on the back burner, that have been on the back burner for the past month, that I just keep pushing off just because I didn't want to deal with it. And this week, for whatever reason, I just knocked about 6 little things out of the way. Got it all done, tied it up with a bow, and it just feels good to have it all done. And along with that, I know I had said that I didn't know what we were going to do with our dining room, but we're having a party. We're going to have some people over. We actually have a lot of people over during the fall season because we have a lot of people over for football. And so I've been kind of itching to, and with the holidays. So I'm like, maybe we want to, get a table for the dining room so we can have, our friends and family over, and it'd just be nice to have like another space where people can eat. And so I found something that I really, really like. So I'm excited to tackle that dining room. It's pretty plain right now, so really excited about that. So I had made a decision on that, and just like a lot of other little things that got tied up, and I just felt like I was really productive, and not productive in just like the normal way, because I know a lot of you guys, it's like meal planning, meal prepping, just your normal like day-to-day stuff. That stuff, we get done every single week because we have to, but there was just a lot of extra stuff that I was able to get done, and it feels good. So I was ending, I think it was just after 11 o'clock, and that's about my max. Thankfully, the kids, so the twins don't have to be to school until 8:55. Avery gets on the bus at 8:35, so we really don't have super early mornings, so I can sleep in as long as I don't work out. I honestly and truthfully work out in the mornings about one day a week, so the next morning was not going to be a workout morning. Hey guys, so I actually planned on doing this a couple of nights ago, but I don't know, I was just so focused on cleaning, I never got around to it. So Mike is bringing up the fall decorations and I'm gonna go through it. I think I said this before in another video. So a lot of the fall decorations that we had in the old house, we had a lot of warmer colors. We had Sherwin Williams balanced beige throughout most of the house, and then Sherwin Williams accessible beige, which is, they're pretty tan, pretty dark, very warm colors. And then obviously, if you guys remember, when I bought most of the decorations for our old house, we had dark, like walnut colored cabinets, and then we had that dark granite. So we had oil bronze fixtures. With the fall decorations, I was really trying to balance out those warmer colors. And with here, it's more cooler. But I want to be as resourceful as I can, spend as little as money as I can. So what I'm gonna do, Mike is bringing them all up right now. I'm gonna see what works, what I like, use what I like, and then just kind of like keep it in my head. And I may go shopping at the end of the season and score some clearance deals. I may, if like I hop into Home Goods or Kirkland's or Hobby Lobby over the next couple weeks, if there's really a spot that I really want to add some fall decor, I may do that, but I'm not planning on doing like a full decoration video or full decoration this year. something that I often do when I pull out decorations, like fall decorations, like when I'm pulling them out of the bins, I start thinking of like, where was my life like the last time, you know, I put these in the bins? Where was our, you know, year? I do that every single year, even like Christmas when we pull that out. I'm like, what was our life like a year ago when we were pulling out the decorations? And it's crazy to see all of these decorations from our old house. And it's just, it brings back those memories. And these decorations, honestly, if you guys ask for links, there's no links because these are all like 2 to 3 years old. So I've had these decorations for years in the old house, so it's just crazy to see them in the new house. Kind of fun, kind of crazy, but I don't know if it's just because I'm in a new house or a new space, but like I added some decorations. I tried a couple different options and there were things that were like a definite no. And the things that you've seen me decorate with, I'm like, I like, but do I love it? Does it work in this space? So I'm gonna do what I always do is I like to just wait. Let's let it sit. Number one, it's at night. So I'm gonna let it sit for the daytime and just kind of see what I think over the next couple of days. Like I said, I might go browsing at some local stores like Kirkland's, Home Goods, and Hobby Lobby and see if anything sticks out. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna worry about it this year. I'll just make do with what I have. But maybe I can find a few pieces and then look closer to after the season. Thank you so much for being here, hanging out with me, and I just appreciate you coming back every single week and staying to the very end. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.